And now you probably have to jump off a plane without a parachute, even to make it to, a trending reel or whatever, right? And people are expecting so much more. So the newness is something that the sport can offer. So they want something that's exciting. And I think this version of handball can give them that exciting factor.
It's a challenge. It is. I tell you, it is a type of challenge you have to, because I have played. I can coach. I can administer. But the way it has to grow, it is also an important vertical.
The most interesting factor being, even if there is no infrastructure, indoor stadiums available in the country, this sport can be played with just a ball which will cost you 400 rupees.
So this sport has all the ingredients to become successful. It is spectator oriented. You have got good players. It is also being broadcasted, and it's a very fast paced sport. So definitely we are 200% sure that this league is going to be successful. Hello, everybody. So, we are having an interesting conversation today, and we are here to talk about handball. And Premier Handball League is all set to start from 8th of June in Jaipur. And we have with us the important stakeholders of the PHL. So, but before that, let me talk a bit about handball. Handball, for people who don't know, it is the fastest summer Olympic sports, and it's interesting to talk about an Olympic sport which is not much known in the country. But we are expecting that after PHL, a lot of us will be, talking about PHL, and we will share stories from PHL. So we have with us Mr. Abhinav Bantia, President Blue Sport Entertainment Private Limited, the promoter of Premier Handball League. We have Mr. Vineet Bhandari with us, owner of the team Delhi Panzers. We have Mr. Abhishek Reddy, owner of team Telugu Talons. And then we have Mr. Roop Kumar Naidu, who is the owner of Garvit Gujarat in PHL. So total there are 6 teams in PHL, and we will be seeing the excitement of the sport 8th of June onwards on Viacom 18. So it's being broadcasted as well. So we all are looking forward to it. So Abhinav, I have been following the rise of handball in our country more so in the past 3-4 years, and then pandemic hit, and there were certain challenges also in the initial days, hence the delay, I believe. But first of all, tell me what made you to come up with the idea of a league, like a league in handball, Premier Handball League. What was that initial thought which came to your mind?
We got a very good support from the federation when we approached with the idea of a private handball concept, and so that becomes a starting point where the federation has a understanding of how private companies can come in and help the sport. So that is step one. Second, the whole fact that India being a young country and the number of youngsters growing, you need domains and sports and avenues where these energies can be used and directed in a positive way. Sport is has a major advantage there, because you get a lot of engagement, and especially handball, which is one of the fastest sports, Olympic sports, makes us an easy buy. It's a short duration 1 hour sport, so again it's easy to cater to these youngsters who will be the main audience for a league like this. So handball as a global, if you take a global picture, there has been a very good growth in Europe post-COVID. In India also, we have seen a steady growth in number of tournaments at the national, at the state, even at the Asian level happening. So I think overall we've seen a good growth in sport industry, and handball has benefited because it's, the resources required for a indoor sport like this is much less than outdoor sports, bigger outdoor sports. So we feel that advantage of being comparatively smaller in size in terms of outdoor sports. So there we got easy access to stadiums, easy access for crowds, and also get good quality content in shorter duration.
And I also feel it's a very spectator-oriented sports. Like it has all the ingredients that are needed for a league to become successful.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
personally, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So moving on to Vineet. Hi, Vineet. I was very much looking forward to speak to you because my first question to you is why Delhi? Why Delhi team?
See, I remember you last met me was, during the volleyball tournament where I own the Calcutta team. And, coming and taking a handball team and that to Delhi and Haryana markets is, this capital of the country which goes unrepresented, and the potential that is there in Haryana overall was the potential that why we thought of why not take that with, because at the moment the only market which is developed is Haryana for handball. Franchises and leagues put in money. Every player, every person involved starts doing a lot more to make sure that they stay in the game, in the platform for a longer duration. So I see the sport developing and handball becoming one major sport in the country, which is not known today.
Once somebody starts seeing handball, even for me, I think I haven't watched handball close up. It was more of YouTube and all of that. And once I saw it, absolutely fell in love with it. I think it's one of those games that's going to catch on big time, because the agility, because the speed. I mean, you talk about speed, Olympic. I mean, it's all buzzwords until you actually see it. Until I saw it, I thought, I was like, okay, everybody starts marketing their own sport and all of that. But no, this is quite different actually. It's fun to watch, fun to kind of back up your team and all of that, and so it's natural for me to get to Hyderabad or Telugu for that matter.
So it truly is a different ball game. This is what you are implying.
Oh, it is. It is. It started off a little less emotional, but once you see the players, once you see the sport, I mean, as I said, I wasn't exposed to handball, unlike others in the group here, some of them has played the sport and all of that, and I haven't. But it's very easy to be a spectator and cheer for your team, and I think it's definitely a different ball game.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so good to see people coming and stepping up and taking up sports, the growth of sports in non-cricket space. Like 4 of you on this screen, all of you are committed to handball so much, and it gives me so much of pleasure to have an interaction and talk about handball in India, where we are right now, and the scope of growth which we all envision, right? So moving on to Mr. Roop Kumar Naidu, who is the owner of Garvit Gujarat, and I truly believe कि आपको बहुत ही गर्व होगा अपनी टीम पे, Mr. Naidu. So if you see, currently Europe consists of the most successful handball leagues, right? And what do you think? Like, what is the major factor that will help the Indian handball players to grow, and if what help our players get and they get from the same level of recognition as them? So what do you think about it?
See, actually, you are comparing with Europe. Europe has the best ecosystem for developed for decades together, right? And I was so fortunate to be a part of training in Germany way back in 80, 81, 82 for the Asian Games. Asia had happened in Delhi. And my coach, Venu Gopal, he was the captain of Indian team in 82 Asian Games. We were together. I would like to just tell you that Europe has a developed system. The sports is a part of community. Sports is a part of family. Then there is a ladder system. There is a academy system, and a sportsman gets his life through a career. In India, we lack culture, but still, I feel if you are comparing with the League of Handball in Europe, I can tell you that these are the events which is happening now will give you a basic grassroots ecosystem to develop. And handball is played in India, all over India, I tell you. And the game is so thrilling. And as you rightly said, it has all the ingredients. Only a fittest of the player can play handball.
No, absolutely. And I think one important factor is also that this doesn't take like hours and hours, right? Audience, they will be very happy to spare an hour of time, more than happy to consume sports content in handball. Yeah.
I mean, it's 1 hour, every inch and minute count. I mean, we are back and forth. In fact, we are pretty sure this league will be a great success because the energy which is coming around it also very positive. All our franchisee owners are really passionate on sports, and what they've done with the just in the training camps, we can feel the vibe which is coming. So I think the synergy is very nice, and it all looks like a very pretty meal which is going to be served to the Indian audience on Geo Cinema. Yeah.
Yeah, with good starters and ending with good desserts. So we are talking about ingredients a lot. So yeah. So thank you everybody for taking out time to share your thoughts on the Premier Handball League. And we at Bridge, all of us are equally excited, and we are really looking forward to 8th of June. And I think all of the audience, they can just tune into their TV mobile screens, and I think if they just take one glimpse of the sport, they will be just glued to the sport. This is what my
Yes.
opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
If you watch a minute, a good handball game, you will not leave the place.
So Arshi, our agenda at the moment is only one thing: is get people to come and see the one match. Just start it for 5 minutes or 1 minute. That's
Yes,
it. After
yes,
that, it's gonna
yes.
attract them like a magnet on its own.
Yes, Vinit. Absolutely. You did not require to do anything. Automatically, it will happen. Then.
Yeah. Okay, great. So we will wrap up this interview. And like the sport, we don't want the interview to be very long, right? We want people to
True.
listen to the conversation.
Yeah.